I'm going to speak about what your high school student in the senior year can do. Congratulations! They got this far to the senior year. Almost there, almost at the finish line where they're ready to apply for their colleges. Remember, it's a marathon and it's not a sprint. So you have to be slow and steady and be patient. Yes, there are going to be a lot of setbacks in your way, but senior year is very critical when you put all the components together. Hey everybody, Coach Joe here. I'm an independent educational consultant and a college counselor, and I help students map their college plan. Welcome to Gifted Gapper's College Planning Series, where I provide you strategies, tips, and tactics that your high school student can implement and imbibe in their college planning process. Today, I'm going to speak about what your high school student in the senior year can do. Congratulations! They got this far to the senior year. Almost there, almost at the finish line where they're ready to apply for their colleges. Remember, it's a marathon and it's not a sprint. So you have to be slow and steady and be patient. Yes, there are going to be a lot of setbacks in your way, but senior year is very critical when you put all the components together. So to start off with, the first thing is the standardized test. I hope by the time the high school student comes into the senior year, he or she has finished the standardized test, the PSAT and the SAT. I recommend that my students finish it off by the summer of the junior year. How many attempts ever they want to take, like just finish off your standardized test. That's a critical component that's needed in your common application. So yes, so standardized tests, the number one critical thing for high school in the senior year. Number two, start working on your teacher recommendations. The beginning of the senior year is for that. Like, I hope your senior has earmarked teachers that he or she is going to ask for recommendation. So before asking for recommendation, they need to think back about any teacher that they closely connected with, any teacher that they had a significant relationship with, who helped them in their course, or a teacher who would take some amount of time to write their recommendations. So yes, shortlisting on teachers is a very important thing, and that needs to start in the beginning of the senior year. The third thing, of course, courses, grades, curriculum, academics. That's a very, very important thing. They cannot lose sight of the courses or their grades, right? So it does matter. A lot of schools, they want a mid-year report of their senior year in the common application. So yes, they cannot sort of ignore their grades or their courses because the college applications take a significant amount of time. So they need to keep an eye on their grades and their deliverables in school. The fourth important component is applying for the colleges. It always helps to make sure you're tracking the deadlines, right? Which colleges are you applying? What do they need? Do they have supplemental essays? Do they have short answers? What are they expecting? So it's always very important to come up with a timeline and be extremely organized, right? So that you apply well within the deadline. Are you applying for colleges like early decision? Are you doing early action? What are the deadlines? Look at your Common App, add those colleges in your Common App. So once you add those colleges, all the requirements come down. Do they need supplemental essays? What are their prompt and everything? So keeping up with the deadlines is a very critical thing. Start filling out your Common App in the beginning of the year. Don't keep it till the last minute. Right? So yes, applying to colleges is extremely important. Fifth important component is essay. right? So I recommend my students start writing their essays during the summer, right? The prompts, they don't usually change. It stays the same, the Common App. Unless you're applying to the UCs, the University of California schools, mostly all schools take the common essay, like the personal statement. So it's always good to start with it in the summer, right? And a lot of colleges also have supplemental essays. So be cognizant of it, like what colleges are you applying? What essay prompts are they asking in the supplemental essays? Because supplemental essays might look very innocent, but it takes a lot of research to come up with the essay for that. And also, some of the colleges have single line questions that you need to answer. So essays, a very, very important area that your high school who's a senior needs to focus on. The last but the most important component is financial aid and looking for scholarships. Typically this happens in January after they're finishing submitting their Common App and everything. So those are some important deadlines that they need to look into, like what are the financials of the college, like look for different aids, the scholarship deadlines. Are there some scholarships that are offered within your school? Are there some scholarships that are offered in the colleges? So these are some of the things that your senior needs to look into. So I know it's quite overwhelming. The senior year is all putting together. There are so many moving parts, and I always tell parents not to panic. Make a good planner or a list that can really help out their senior students. They're going to be stressed out. They need to manage their school deliverables, submit for colleges, keep up. So it's going to be significantly a hard year for them, but hang in there. It's all going to work out. It's all putting it together. That's why senior year is so exciting. So this is it, guys. The senior year, which is a critical component in the college planning process. If there are any topics that you want me to discuss, please let me know. Do subscribe to my email list, follow me on Instagram, and join my Facebook group, Pioneer Parents. Until then, bye now.